Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Banks and Blockchain. My name is Olubunmi Fabawo, your usual host. This program is proudly brought to you by CNETv, the best when it comes to broadcasting cryptocurrency, blockchain, and every other thing that surrounds blockchain technology. So today, be able to All right, sorry about that. So yes, we say we'll be discussing about DAOs today. That's decentralized autonomous organizations. Now you may ask, why exactly are we talking about this? Because everything we've been chatting about has to do with blockchain technology. So it's very important to look at other ways that blockchain is applicable to organizations when we speak about decentralization and all of that. Let's see how companies have been able to, or organizations have been able to decentralize power, be able to decentralize a lot of things. So let's see examples of DAOs. Let's talk about what exactly they are. Let's see if it's possible, or if it's viable, if it's a viable idea, if it's something that is going to help a lot of lives, if it's something that is going to help people lose jobs or get people to lose jobs or help people to get jobs. I think that you'll find this one very, very interesting because it is one of all those complex subjects when it comes to blockchain technology. So yes, we'll break it down like we are speaking to our grandmom, like we always do. So by the time we are back, we'll be delving into DAOs, speak about DAOs, and speak about why we think that they are the future. So please stay tuned while we go on this very short break. My name is Olubunmi Fabawa, and this is Bank. So yes, welcome back to Banks and Blockchain, and today we shall be speaking about DAOs. And so yes, one of the concepts made possible by blockchain technology is what we call DAO. That's the DAO, otherwise known as Decentralized Autonomous Organization. So today we said that we'll speak about what exactly these organizations are, how do they make crypto work? Because of course it has to do with cryptocurrency, and speak about the advantages. We look at disadvantages of DAOs over the regular traditional centralized management models that we know. I mean, what the way we run our companies in the world right now, and we also look at future prospects in this area. So what exactly is a DAO? So a DAO, or a decentralized autonomous organization, is simply a self-running company. So this type of company or this type of organization does not have managers. You do not have directors. And I mean, in the conventional sense of all these things, and it is powered by a cryptocurrency called Ethereum. So let's take a pause there. What exactly is Ethereum? To describe what Ethereum is, I know a lot of us know the Ethereum currency and all of that. So let's go a bit into it. I'll spend maybe a few minutes speaking about this. So speaking about Ethereum, you look at money, and what exactly is money? Money is like the second most important thing, apart from maybe language, which is the most important thing that was invented by human beings.
CNETv, the first and leading 24/7 live broadcasting blockchain, cryptocurrency, and fintech TV application. On our mobile app, you have access to our latest news updates ranging from esports, fintech, iGaming, blockchain, cryptocurrency, and artificial intelligence. We bring to you interviews, analyses, cryptocurrencies, market reviews, and live events. Download our app today from your iOS or Google Play Store or on our website at cnetv.io. CNETv, objectivity is our watchword.
Okay, guys. I'm sorry, I'm having network issues again. Maybe if my network was based on the DAO, I wouldn't be having this kind of connection problem. So yes, I think we're speaking about Ethereum. I believe that's where I must have broken connection. And I said money is like the second most important thing for human beings. So of course, when we are having a transaction, the symbol of trust is actually currency, is money. So I mean, we've always relied on banks, on commercial banks, on central banks to be able to stand as this symbol of trust for us. But right now, we are beginning to see decentralization of this money. So we have cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum, helping us to stand as an entity for trust or a symbol of trust. So yes, away from Bitcoin, I'm speaking about Ethereum. So Ethereum, of course, is built on blockchain technology. Let's establish that. Then what makes Ethereum different? What makes us be able to build decentralized systems on Ethereum? Because it has been designed as a platform for smart contracts. I think that smart contracts is another subject that that we have to discuss somewhere else. I mean, on another subject on the show. So smart contract actually allow anyone to create trust agreement without requiring middlemen. So the idea of blockchain technology in the first place is to eliminate the middleman in all our dealings, in everything that we do. And Ethereum does this very well with the use of smart contracts. So that's why we use Ethereum as a platform that's why it's very key to decentralized autonomous organizations. So let's go back to DAO, since we've delved a bit into Ethereum and why it is used for this type of organizations. So DAOs or decentralized autonomous organizations are basically online communities whose members have an ownership or an equal voting right to stake on a particular project. So it's just like all of us coming together as a community, say on a WhatsApp group, on a Telegram group, and saying, okay, this is what we are looking to achieve. We can set different kind of goals, and everybody is putting in, we are contributing Ethereum and saying that, okay, yes, this is our treasury. However, when we are trying to make decisions, everybody's decision is very, very key to whatever, the end goal is going to be. So we are going to make collective governing decisions. So it's not just about one particular person being the manager, head of the company, trying to have conversation with all of us, and at the end of the day, having their own decisions. So I think I can link what I'm trying to say to what exactly is happening in Ukraine and Russia. So you see an autocratic government being able to make decisions for a collective set of people. And this kind of decisions have damning consequences. Yes, you might say that there are a lot of things that have to do with it, but at the end of the day, it has to do with one person making a decision for millions or billions of people, or that will eventually affect billions of people. So what exactly should we do, or what are the characteristics apart from what I've said of DAOs. So it doesn't belong to any jurisdiction.
CNETv, the first and leading 24/7 live broadcasting blockchain, cryptocurrency, and FinTech TV application. On our mobile app, you have access to our latest news updates ranging from esports, fintech, iGaming, blockchain, cryptocurrency, and artificial intelligence. We bring to you interviews, analyses, cryptocurrencies, market reviews, and live events. Download our app today from your iOS or Google Play Store or on our website at cnetv.io. CNETv, objectivity is our watchword.
Okay, guys. So we're looking at the characteristics of DAOs. So what differentiate DAOs from the regular organizations or the regular companies that we have? So first is that it is borderless. It doesn't belong to any jurisdiction. We are not bound by the law of any country, so to say, and we do not hire anybody. The organization does not hire anyone, and every member of the organization is basically motivated by the ability to shape the future of a project. So like I said, that we all agree to have a project with which all of us are interested in, and then everybody is motivated by the ability to shape the future of that project. And that is saying that we all have one mind to be able to achieve something. Then the organization's rules are fixed on smart contracts. It is basically fixed on smart contracts. There's no middleman, no legal representative, nothing like that. And of course, to become a DAO member, you have to purchase the token of the DAO. So all these DAOs, there are different types of organizations that are called DAOs. So they always have tokens. And to become a member of a DAO, you have to purchase the token of that DAO. And I think another thing is that the voice of each of the members is significant. Everybody has a voice. It doesn't matter how much token I've already bought to become a member. My voice is very, very key as a rule. And like I said before, all these things are fixed on smart contracts. So our suggestions, our ideas, and everything we bring to the table matters a whole lot as a member of the DAO. So let me just quickly do a comparison between a decentralized autonomous organization and what we have now being the traditional organizations or traditional companies. So the first thing is that DAOs are democratized. Like, is the actual democratic system, unlike what we have now that is hierarchical. So you have maybe a manager, a CEO making a lot of the decisions along with the CFO or the CEO. For a DAO, everybody has an equal say in the decisions of the organization. The next thing is that voting required by members for any changes. You need to vote for any change to be implemented. So that means your say has to do with your vote. But then when it comes to traditional organization, it's just the say of maybe a few people, or say a sole party, one particular person that is heard. Then another thing is that all the activities of DAOs are transparent and fully public. Unlike what we have now, that big, very large organizations have all the activity totally private and very, very limited to the public. You do not get too much information about about a lot of things that they do. So that being said, let's look at examples. I'm trying to be very quick as much as I want to pass a message. Messages across. So examples of DAOs are like charities. So you have a lot of charities that are decentralized autonomous organizations, and these people only accept membership based on purchase of tokens, like I said, and they accept membership from anybody around the world. So anybody, no matter where you are from, you can be a member of an organization, and you can be a charity. I mean, look at what is happening in Russia and Ukraine, for example, and you decide to want to give aid, you want to send aid. We can come together as a DAO and make, our project is that we want to send aid to Crimea or to this particular place in Ukraine to assist people that are trying to escape, or people that are trying to leave, children, mothers, and all of that. And we all come together, and everybody all around the world, and decide to donate all our Ethereum and put it in a particular treasury to be able to make this project work. I mean, you can only have that kind of, you can only have success if you're actually a decentralized autonomous organization. And looking at the future, that is where we are headed. We are headed to where everything has to be decentralized. I mean, I want my opinion to matter, everything that I'm involved in. So I do not want to wait and sit for someone to be making decisions that would not better my own life, or that don't align with my own values. So DAOs are this is the reason why we say that DAOs are the future. So yes, charities, you have some freelancing networks. That is networks that bring together a set of contractors that pool funds to buy software equipment, to put together office spaces. It's just a freelancer network. Then you also have grants and ventures. So you have university grants, investment capitals, different kind of grants. So you can have these. These are some of the examples of the DAOs that we already have. I do not want to mention them specifically. You can Google, you can check about names, but this is how most of them are particularly categorized. So what are the advantages and what are the disadvantages of DAOs? The first advantage is that it's decentralized. It's a decentralized system, so it's open source code without any intermediaries, no middlemen. And another one is the autonomy that it has. So because it is on smart contracts, the protocol works without interference from anybody, like from any governing body. So you can perform your transactions, and smart contract monitors the implementation of everybody's obligation and everybody's say. So if you as a party, if you don't fulfill your transaction terms, it will not, your idea or your value will not be completed, because it's already on smart contract. So you just have to come through. You have to come correct. Everybody has to come correct. And the next one is the speed of decision making. Right now, most of the organizations make a decision about something. Okay, let me just even give an example of African countries. Before we can even stand to make decisions, how painstaking it must be about things that need to be done almost immediately because of bureaucracies, because some people have to make some people have to sit down and say this and say that. They have to be in the war room and make war room decisions, like we always say. But in the company of the future, in the countries of the future, in the governments of the future, we are looking at having speed when it comes to decision making. So DAOs are able to do this. This is an advantage of DAOs. Yes, I'm still going to come to disadvantages, definitely. But I'm speaking to the advantages right now. So say, for example, somebody proposes a change or needs an approval for something about our project. So immediately we put it up for conversation and voting. Just vote, everybody votes, and we make our decisions immediately based on the vote. And it is very, very transparent. So voting results and decisions made for funding, for projects, everything is open to everybody. It is transparent enough for everybody to see. So I think that those are some of the great disadvantages. Great advantages, sorry. For the disadvantages, I think one of the most important ones is the legal uncertainty. So because you're not bound by any jurisdiction, or maybe all of us are within different jurisdictions, we are not binded by any legal status or any legal certainty. So you might have a legal problem. So someone in our organization can go and do something that is not supposed to do. You can't say, who exactly are you going to prosecute? Because you do not have any legal jurisdiction probably in where that person is. So this is one of the things that discourages or this is one of the disadvantages that it has, that DAO model has. And most of the time, because it's in the crypto sector, usually used in the crypto sector. So, I mean, by all means, this may not be said to be a very huge disadvantage. Then most DAOs, because of the managerial flexibility, there is no managerial flexibility because sometimes you need somebody to make that decision. You need that one person to stand and make that very, very difficult decision. So you do not have that when it comes to DAOs. And so sometimes, a lot of time, we need that managerial aptitude or the strength or the flexibility. You cannot have that when it comes to DAOs. Then the next one or the last one should be smart contract vulnerability. So because smart contracts can easily be attacked, can be hijacked, or can be hacked. This is one of the great disadvantages that you have. So there was a particular project called the DAO, I think in 2016, that was hacked, and hackers were able to get over $53 million worth of tokens. I think it must be in Ethereum. Yeah, at that time. So because of the vulnerability of smart contracts, which a lot of companies are beginning to work on to develop the security of smart contracts on different protocols and different platforms, I think that this is one great disadvantage. I believe that I've covered most of the things that have to do with DAOs. I don't know if you have any questions. You can send me an email. You can reach me on LinkedIn. A new precedent for managing modern organizations. I mean, this is where the world is moving to now. And with the value of collaboration and transparency among so many team members cut across the world without, borderless is practically borderless. So in addition to all this, it's a faster avenue to achieve productivity, to achieve your goals. And it is very, very key in the world that we are going into, in the decentralized world that we all are going into. So I believe the adoption of DAOs will take, concerns. Some of all these concerns that we've raised about legal uncertainty, about managerial flexibility, about vulnerability of the smart contract. We will have to take all this into consideration before we can say that we want to adopt DAOs fully. But then it doesn't still negate the fact that DAOs are the future. So, all you need to do with DAOs is just trust the code. There's already a code, there's a smart contract. Everybody puts their trust in this, and we move ahead. We're able to achieve so many great goals. And I think that I've done a bit of justice to what DAOs are. So when people talk about decentralized autonomous organization, just tell them that you have a very, very basic, you have a basic understanding of it. And yes, you are welcome once again. And please, I'm ready to take questions. Let's have conversations. We have a community. I think that our community address, our community link is being published. So please join in our Telegram community. Let's have conversations. Let's see how we can tap into this particular opportunity that has been made possible by blockchain technology. I'm sure that there are still so many things that we can speak about. We are supposed to speak about the types. I think I mentioned just a few of the types, including media, grants, protocols, investment, and all of that. There are several ways that DAOs are already being utilized now. So I know I've been unable to cover that, but yes, please, let's have conversations. Let's keep the community growing. Let's get better. DAOs will work in Africa, definitely. I'm sure of this. And you will see I said it in the future, sometime very, very soon. So yes, please join me next week when we shall be doing another episode of Banks and Blockchain. We are going to speak on another very, very interesting topic that I can't wait to speak about. My name remains Olubunmi Fabo, and this is CNETv, the first and the best there will ever be. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your weekend or the rest of your week. And please let us remember recurring our prayers. Let's hope that all the tensions in that area has been reduced, that we hope to God that it doesn't lead to another war, whether cold or world war, by God's grace, hopefully to God. And I hope to catch you next time on Banks and Blockchain Technology. Thank you for joining me and have a very fantastic day. Bye.
CNETv, the first and leading 24/7 live broadcasting blockchain, cryptocurrency, and FinTech TV application. On our mobile app, you have access to our latest news updates ranging from esports, fintech, iGaming, blockchain, cryptocurrency, and artificial intelligence. We bring to you interviews, analyses, cryptocurrencies, market reviews, and live events. Download our app today from your iOS or Google Play Store or on our website at cnetv.io. CNETv, objectivity is our watchword.